Hello YouTube and welcome to Big Daddy's Kitchen. I'll be your host. I'm Chef Big Daddy. This is my little sous chef Hunter. Today we're going to be teaching you how to cook Papa Charlie's mighty meaty balls. This is a recipe brought over by my great-grandfather straight from Italy. So it's really good Italian meaty balls. So let's get into it. What you're going to need is about, I'd say 4 pounds of ground. This is just regular hamburger, but you can use ground chuck. But I prefer the regular hamburger because it has a little bit more fat in it. Makes a little bit better texture meatball. Alright, what you're going to need is you're going to need about that much Italian parsley chopped as fine as you can get it. We got about a medium onion diced here, but that's not for the meatballs, that's for the sauce here in just a moment. You'll need about 4 eggs. Need some good Parmesan cheese, some salt and pepper, and that's about it. Oh, wait. The secret ingredient, wet Wonder Bread. Yeah. That keeps it all nice and moist without, don't let it dry out. Alright, so we toss some parsley in here. Get it going. Get the parsley all in there. Alright, now we add some Parmesan cheese. This is just Kraft grated Parmesan cheese. You know, here on Big Daddy's Kitchen, we're going to teach you how to cook good with not a whole bunch of cash, right? Because we live here in Arkansas, and if you don't know, Arkansas is where Walmart was born, and Walmart destroyed all but Walmart to go and buy ingredients for it, and you just can't get really good ingredients at Walmart. I mean, that's about the main place that there is close to anybody to get stuff. So we're gonna have a full. Hey. We don't get it. It's not your time to help, man. Come on. Tell you what you're a little bit. We gotta have the measuring cup. This is a 3-ounce shaker. We're gonna put all that in there. Whoa! You're gonna spill the onions, kiddo. Come on. Always trying to help. He's my big helper.
Move. Give me the onions over here.
It's alright. It's alright. Alright, we're gonna break the big clumps up. We're gonna add a little bit of the shredded parm. This is 1.5 cups, and we're gonna add about 1/4 of it, maybe a little more. So about 1/2 cup. Yeah, a little more. You know, you can never have too much Parmesan. Alright, now for the wet ingredients. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 eggs. And no, I don't do the fancy one-hand thing because I get egg all over my hands, and I just don't like egg all over my hands. But this is a moot point because I'm gonna have to get in here with all this and use my hands to mix anyway. So, you know, some celebrity chefs like Alton Brown would lead you to believe that no Italian ever. Oh yeah, I need one more egg. I forget him. That no Italian chef ever simmered his meatballs in red sauce. Well, I beg to differ. My great-grandfather brought this recipe straight from Italy. He and his family migrated. My Grandpa Charlie was the first one born in America. So, it don't get much more Italian than that. And they said, we're going to simmer our meatballs in red sauce. So, that's how we do. Which we'll get to that in just a minute. So, get in here and see this meaty goodness. You gotta mix this all up. And you know, some people would be like, oh, don't mix it too much, you know, you make it dense. No. No. Here. We're gonna set these over here so my sous chef won't scatter them all over the floor. But these you got to get them all well combined. And I done did something stupid. I got my hands all yucky without putting the salt in. That's alright. I'll do that here in just a minute. But first we're just going to mix to combine. Then we'll season and remix. And I got to get the bread in there too. Which is just wet Wonder Bread. And you just take it and you wet it. And then you squeeze. And you got to get all that water out of there. Oh, and it's gross too. Well, it's not much grosser than hands full of eggy meat. Alright. Now what this does is to help your meatballs from drying out. Keeps them from drying out, keeps them nice and moist, you know, and helps to combine them. Ooh, this meat is cold. Should have let it warm up a little bit. Oh well, that'll help in the forming of them here in just a little while. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and mix this up because it's going to take a while. We'll be right back. Alright, we got it all mixed up. Now we're going to add a little bit of seasoning and start rolling. We got some Mediterranean sea salt here. You can use regular table salt. We're going to use, for this much meat, not that much salt. Probably about, what, a teaspoon? Yeah, about a teaspoon and a half. We're going to, you know, pinch it all around so it don't get all stuck in one spot. You know, now we're going to add a little pepper. Probably about a teaspoon of pepper, 3/4 of a teaspoon. Roll that all around. Now we're just going to mix it up to combine before we start rolling. That's right. Sous chef telling you how, ain't he? That's my boy Hunter. He's been such a big helper in here. You don't need to help that much, baby boy. Yeah, just mix it up till you get your seasoning well combined. Generally, you would do this before you mix everything up, but I messed up. What can I say? My sous chef distracted me a little bit. But that seems like it should be well combined. Well, you gotta remember, you can use a little bit more salt, but Parmesan's got a lot of salt in it, so you gotta account for that. You know, there's a good bit of Parmesan cheese in here. Now, meatball size. We usually make meatballs probably about this size. I don't know, about the size, a little bit bigger than a silver dollar. But it doesn't really matter what size, pick a size and stick with it. You don't want to make them too small because they'll get overcooked, dried out in your sauce. Because we're going to simmer them in the sauce for a good long while. I mean, like, generally we like to do it all day, but we don't have that much time tonight, so just roll them up, yep. Get them all, it doesn't have to be exact, just get them as close to the same size as possible. You know, just toss them on the side, keep rolling. I don't need to make 10 minutes of showing y'all how to roll meatballs here. So we'll get you back once we get all these rolled and ready to go in the sauce. All right. Hey, check it out. Check it out. We got a whole pan of meatballs ready to go. All right, we're gonna fry some up. What we're looking for is we're not looking to cook them all the way through. We're looking to brown them. And some olive oil, good old-fashioned olive oil, which is not hot enough yet. I'll turn the heat up a little bit. Right here is our saucepan. We got the medium onion, and we're cooking it slow, real slow. We don't want to color it too much. We just want it to get good and translucent and cook through very well, very soft. We're gonna go ahead and kick it up so we can get sizzling. And we wait. And we wait. And we wait some more. Alright, usually this thing gets super hot super quick, but of course when I'm trying to film it's not going to be cooperative. There we go. You don't want to overcrowd your pan. We're just going to do a small example so we can show you how to brown them, because it'll be, yet again, I'll be here an hour browning up meatballs for the sauce. Alright, now we got a good sizzle. We're gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4 meatballs. Ah, we can get 5 in there. And we're gonna just brown them up on each side real good. While we're cooking our onions off. With my gigantic spatula. Oh man, that would be great for flapjacks, won't it? Got some tongs here, salad tongs. Make great meatball turners. So much easier than trying to mix with the spatula. So much easier. And we brown up the meatballs nice and brown.
Uh-oh, sous chef's not happy.
Oh no. Sous chef a little mad because we won't let him get up here and mess with the heat, but you know, maybe in about 10 years, kiddo. 10 years, yeah. Maybe a little sooner depending on how confident you are. Oh, and we got it splashing. We're going to turn the heat down just a little bit while we cook. Oh, I wish you could smell it. I wish you could smell it. One of these days we're going to have smell-o-vision, don't you think? Be able to just send you a meatball through the TV. Check him. Oh. Oh, hey! Oh, come on, don't get sticky on me. Ah. That's the good thing about this, you know. You can take them apart. There we go. Oh, yeah. Good and brown. Come on. Man, it's supposed to be an non-stick pan. No, for real though. If you want a decent set of cookware for a decent price, these Paula Deen pans, man, they're pretty good. You know, I'm not selling pans, but they worked out pretty good for us.
No, that's not a Paula Deen.
This one isn't Paula Deen?
That's not a Paula Deen.
Oh, well, that's why it's sticking. This one is the Paula Deen pan. These pans are good. That's why the onions aren't sticking. That's probably a dollar store pan.
Probably so. It was one of Granny's.
These, good cookware. Decent price. Guess where you get them? Walmart. I would love to be like all them other channels that have the gourmet ingredients. They're gonna cook this and that, and they get it all this beautiful fresh herbs and stuff. But the freshest herb you can get here in Arkansas, at least where I'm at, is garlic powder. And dried, they have dried parsley and oregano. If you want anything else, you gotta order it online. We was lucky to get the fresh parsley for the meatballs.
It was kind of wimpy looking. It was really.
Yeah, it wasn't that great, was it? But hey, it smells good. It's gonna taste good in these meatballs, that's for sure. And you just get them all browned up on all sides, then you chuck them in the saucepan. And you know what? We'll be right back once we get all these browned up for you. Hey, we're back. Alright. We got the meatballs good and browned up. Got them in the pan with some of the sauce. Alright, what we did was we took the onions that we had cooking and we cooked them on real low while we was browning the meatballs. We don't want them to get brown, just want them to turn translucent and soften as much as possible. That way when you put the sauce in there, you put a little bit of sauce in there, mix it up, they just dissolve into the sauce and flavor it, where you won't have, you know, chunks of onion in the sauce. Alright, we got it in there. And with some of the sauce. Now, bring it back. Alright, traditionally, what Grandpa would have done is he would have went out to his garden, got a bunch of fresh Roma tomatoes that he had grown. He would have took them, flashed them, peeled them, ran them through a colander until they was basically tomato sauce. But you know what? My mama, being the genius that she is, found something that's going to make it taste exactly the same without all that work. And you'll never believe what it is. Poof! Ragu traditional. Right there. This stuff is good as gold. It works just as good as doing it the old way. But you can do it that way if you want. But I guarantee you, you do it both ways and take a blind taste test, you'll never tell the difference. Alright, now what you do is you just need sauce to cover them, right? You just put them on high for a minute, let them get good and bubbly, and then you simmer them for a long time, at least an hour, at least an hour up to all day. Preferably all day. And we're just we simmer. And I'm not gonna put y'all through that because y'all know how to simmer.
No, sous chef, it's okay.
Oh, and we gotta take care of sous chef. Alright, Chef Big Daddy's back. It's the next day because we kind of had some technical difficulties last night. So I ended up just throwing them in the oven at 200 and just letting them simmer all night. And boy, did they turn out great. So good. Have a look at this. Oh, magnificent. What I did was I just boiled up some penne pasta, hit it with a little parmesan. Oh, they're so good. I was gonna have a sous chef taste test, but I think he tuckered out on us. So, and so did camera mum. So it's just me. So I'm gonna go ahead and taste these bad boys. Pardon me having to work with the selfie stick, but oh, so good. So good. You will not believe how amazingly flavorful these are with just those few ingredients. And don't expect them to be spicy like a lot of other Italian meatballs that you try. They're really just, I don't want to say plain or bland, but they're flavorful, but they don't have a whole lot of spice like that. You notice there's no garlic in this. And it's not because I don't like garlic. I'm 36% Italian and 20-something Greek. I love garlic. But this recipe didn't call for it. So, and I've tried it with garlic. No, it throws the flavor completely off. But leave a comment, let me know what you think. And another thing, if you don't want to use the ragu, you don't like it for some reason, you can just use canned crushed tomatoes. That works just as good. I'm telling you, you do this, you won't be disappointed. You don't have to simmer them for, 12 hours like I did. You can throw them in a crock pot overnight. You can do it at, 8 o'clock at night, or before you go to bed, brown them off, throw them in the sauce. Put them in a crock pot. It works just as good. And man, you won't be disappointed, I promise. That about wraps it up. I apologize for all the cuts, but like I said, it's a 12-hour cooking process that I did. You don't have to. You can simmer it for, 3 or 4, and it'll be just fine. I've never done this that it's not been delicious. So, and you can experiment, do your own thing. It's your stuff. You don't want, try it the way I do it, and then if something you don't like, you want to adjust some salt or whatever, salt it to taste. What you can do is, I forgot to show this, but to make sure you got your meatball seasoned right, you can take and just fry off a little test meatball and taste it before you put everything together. Then if it needs more salt or pepper, you can adjust. So I suggest trying that, because it's kind of hard to get salt into a meatball after it's cooked. So thank you for spending time in my kitchen. I hope you enjoy this recipe. If you try it yourself, let me know what you think in the comments. I will try to get a best estimation of ingredients as I can in the description. Alright.